Hi, it's Tidbit Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, and it's Easter and Holy Week. So happy Easter, happy Holy Week. I hope everybody's having a blessed week. This is Judy Ogden. My NMLS number is 770604, and I'm with the Ogden Mortgage Group, the owner. 215-2903 is their NMLS number. So let's talk about a few things. We're going to try to keep it short and brief. In episode 3, we discussed income. One of the things I did not touch on with income is the fact that if you're going to school or you've gone to school and you're now entering into the workforce, say maybe you're a nurse or teacher or something like that, for a 2-year history, did you know that you can actually use your transcripts? So just have a contract or having an offer of employment with a start date and your guaranteed salary, and we could use that for your 2-year history with your transcripts. Again, it's got to be in the same line of work. Also military as well, just coming out of the military, going into the private sector. Again, 2 years documentable employment, not necessarily with the income, but it does need to be field related. So what you did in the service, doing maybe security or something like that outside in the private sector. Some of the other things too is tip income. So we can only use tip income that's claimed on your actual taxes. Now, if you make substantial tip income, there's other opportunities for non-traditional loans that we can go outside the box, use maybe some bank statements or something like that for your income, and document it that way. But again, tip income is only able to be used if it's claimed on your taxes. Now, one of the other things too that I wanted to touch on is investment properties. For those of you that are investors and have sold some investment properties, purchasing another investment property, I don't know if you're aware. If you're not, you need to check with your CPA. But there's a 1031 exchange program out there that will eliminate or defer you from having to pay taxes if you're reinvesting the proceeds from a sale of investment property into another investment property. Typically, in the traditional lending, we can use 75% of the rental income on the investment property to offset the income. Now, whether that's a lease or whether that's a market survey, depending on the status of the property, if you own it or you're just purchasing it. Also, to veterans, you may be tax exempt from paying real estate taxes. If you are 100% service-connected disability, you'd have to check with your local county. I know that I've seen Texas, Florida for sure because I'm licensed in Florida, and some of the other areas honor veterans and give them a tax exempt status. I'm outside, so it's a little windy today. We're getting ready to have a storm tomorrow. And then 2, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. So those are conventional lending, traditional programs. And if you have a side job, side business, that maybe you have Schedule C losses or something like that. If you have a W-2 job, that would be your main source of income for qualifying, then that's what they're going to use. The side business Schedule C losses, as long as you have other income that can be used for qualifying, the losses are not considered as far as being a deduction to your income. So don't let anybody tell you differently on that. And then also too, I wanted to touch on when you do close on a home and your payments start. A lot of times you'll be notified that your payments are going to be changed to a different company or a different place. Now, when you close, you sign a note, and the note is the promise to pay back. It also determines the terms of the loan. So when you go to make your payment and you get a servicing disclosure or servicing transfer notice, that doesn't change your payment amount. It just changes who you make your payment to. Now, your payment amount can change over the years depending on taxes increasing or homeowners insurance increasing or either one of those decreasing. So please be aware of that. Also, too, we've talked a couple times on these episodes where you need to have an experienced representative that's working with you for the mortgage. There's so many people out there that have gotten into the business that have just thrown in the data, and whatever works sticks and whatever doesn't, they can't help them. When we're working with loans that are outside of the traditional mortgage and a non-traditional, there is no data. There is no automated loan approval. There is none of that. So people need to have, on my industry, experience to be able to know how to document and be able to best advise you. So again, please raise a red flag. Ask them if they understand non-traditional processing and understand non-traditional documentation when you're going outside the box of some of the episodes that we've discussed. So anyway, have a blessed week and look forward to next Tuesday where we're going to talk about some other things. So happy Easter and happy Holy Week, everybody.